Look, Brock Lesnar, chop his dick off and put him in a dress. That guy's gonna maul through the women's heavyweight division like nothing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Because we're built different, and it's just a fact. And anyone who tries to argue that is crazy.
So transgenders are penetrating their way into female sports now. So let me clarify that I have nothing against transgenders. I know plenty of people in the LGBTQ community, and they're all good people. I love all of them. They're all fine. This has nothing to do with that. This is about disagreeing with something. It's not about hate or any of that stupid shit. No hatred. For most people that are on the same page as me on this, it's not about hate. We just disagree with your stance on this. So put that shit aside and stop writing everything off as hate just because you disagree with what someone is saying. It's called a disagreement, not hate. Remember when we used to be able to disagree with one another and not hate one another? So that's what we're doing right now. Disagreeing like adults. So, I do not agree that a transgendered person who used to be a male should be allowed to play in female sports. The reason I disagree with that is because of basic biology. You do not have the same structure internally. I just don't get how you have these women that have been women their whole life, raised, born a woman, lived their whole life as a woman, went through all the changes, all the struggles to be a woman, fought to get to where they are, and are completely being overlooked, and because of someone that feels that they are a woman. And I'll put that in quotes there because you're not a woman. You're not a real woman biologically. You could put yourself in make yourself look however, it's not going to make you biologically a woman. You didn't go through all the changes. You haven't been through the struggles of being a female and dealing with the female anatomy and all of that. So you don't have the right to step in as though that you are when these women spent their whole lives being women. It's not right. If you feel internally that you are a woman, that you should have been born a woman and all that, however it is that you feel, that's fine. I think most people can respect that, and you change your name, you change your appearance. We've accepted. I think for the most part, society has accepted people like that, and we have nothing against you. You want respect, so where is that respect in turn for this gender that you feel that you are? You feel that you're a woman and you love being a woman, that's what you feel. You feel in your heart that way. Where's the understanding towards them? Because it seems like all the understanding has got to be one-sided at this point. Like it doesn't work that way. You can't just, it just doesn't seem fair that you can just decide to be a woman. Not necessarily just decide, but like you can suddenly transition and then now you're able to play in women's sports. And that is an unfair advantage towards female sports. That's why they're called female sports. And especially in disc golf. It's FPO is female pro open. Female is the key word here. And the biggest problem that I'm having right now with this whole inclusion of transgenders in female sports is that there's not a lot of people backing up the females in the sport. And I think the females are kind of feel like they're held at bay because on one hand they feel this way, that it's wrong, and they're being silenced by maybe their sponsors, or they don't want to get canceled. It's crazy to think that a female female professional athlete could be canceled by disagreeing with someone who's not a female professional athlete, who is not even a female. So I think there needs to be somebody needs to stand up. Stop being afraid. I understand why people are afraid. I'm not afraid. What, are they going to cancel me and my nothing channel? What do you, just because I disagree with something? That's insane to just be like that towards people. Like, we don't agree with you, so you're done. Somebody's got to defend these women in their sports and the sanctity of womanhood, I guess is the word. I don't know what word to use. Simple fact, men are men, women are women. You can't change biology. You can't change facts. Those are facts. Like, I don't know at what point we started ignoring facts about logical things. Like, how did we get to this point where it's like we just make up our own truths? It doesn't make any sense. You know, like the Boy Scouts. I saw an episode of Ben Shapiro where he was talking to a woman who was arguing, like, where does it say that you can't be a Boy Scout? In the name Boy Scouts. Like, the most common sense. Female, pro, open. Female, biologically female. Not dressing as a female or claiming to be a female. Female, actual female. Just simply changing your name and all of that stuff doesn't make you something that you are not. You can be accepted. Anybody could change their name and their appearance, and you can be accepted as whatever it is you want to be called, and we will do that because we care about you and we respect you. But you're not respecting us or them in this case. You're not respecting. Where's your respect at? Where do you owe respect? Are you just completely, you don't have to have respect towards anybody? You're just allowed to just completely step over everybody and just completely ignore basic biology and take stuff away from other biological females because you feel that you are a female, or that you feel that you're a male. Even still, on the other side, all of this goes to the same side. I'm not saying that just the male side, but it is wrong. You don't see very many biological females transitioning to males trying to play in male sports. You're not seeing that in the NBA. You're not seeing that in disc golf. You're not seeing that in anywhere. Like, it's very seldom, and it's not a good thing either. Go for it and try it and see what happens. It's not going to be good for you. Scientific fact, men have an advantage physically, biologically. We're stronger, we're faster. Fact. And there's also facts that have been proven that no matter how much hormones you take to change you and alter your body, it will not change. It will not make you any more of a man or any less of a woman. So also, if you love to play sports so much and that's your thing and you're still passionate about sports, it shouldn't matter what division you play in, whether it's male or female. If you were born a male and you're forced to play in male sports, it shouldn't matter. It should absolutely not matter. You can't use that as an excuse to say, okay, well, I feel that I'm this and I'm that. I should be able to play in this because I don't feel that I'm that. Because at the end of the day, sports, I mean, how much do sports really matter? I mean, they matter to the professionals that are trying to make a living off of this. That's where I'm saying, I'm not talking about, your YMCA club. I'm talking about professional sports should not be allowed to intersect male and female. So if it's that important to you, then I think your priorities are a little wrong, and you're being selfish, wanting to play in female sports. That's just my opinion. My opinion only, nobody else's. This is just my opinion and my thoughts, and I think we need to protect women's sports, women's professional sports, everybody's professional sports. I'm not talking about little stuff. I'm talking about whenever you're making a living doing something, that's where equality matters, meaning there's women's sports and male sports. Period. This ain't about love or hate of anyone or any gender or any type of people or any community. That's a bullshit argument that people will use to try to completely keep people from actually hearing what people have to say and prevent a dialogue that needs to be brought to attention, and it's stupid and it's bullshit. It's not about hate, it's disagreement. Men are men and women are women. If a man wants to be a woman, he could be a woman. If a woman wants to be a man, she could be a man. But they should not be able to play in their non-biological gender's sport. It's just not the way that it should be. And these sponsors and all these people that are probably preventing them and are probably afraid of saying things, I think it's just somebody's got to step up and actually like defend these women, because I'm talking in disc golf mostly, obviously, because I'm a disc golf channel. But I think these female disc golfers can be done wrong, and I think that this all just trying to kiss people's asses and then be inclusive and not offend anybody is just, it's pathetic. People are going to be offended no matter what you do, whether you are including them or not including them. They will find a way to be offended by you. Even if you're the nicest person in the world and you're trying to do whatever, it's just the way the world is. And it's wrong to just totally cast aside this one group of people just to make this other group happy. Bigger group of women in this world than there are transgenders. So, just saying, it's not fair. You can love one another and disagree with one another, and I think that's the problem. Is everybody, as soon as there's a disagreement, love goes out the window. So that's all I got to say. Comment down below. I know I'm probably pissing people off, but you know, there's nothing you can say that's gonna make everybody happy, and that's it. So yeah, like, subscribe, hate it, hate me. I don't care. I mean, you're gonna feel how you're gonna feel, but I just think we could do a little bit better the way we're handling things is all. Peace.